Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord and our Crusade Khanate playthrough. Now, what has actually happened is that the Crusade Khanate have declared peace with the Vlandians, which I'm very pleased about because I personally don't like running back and forth between the two territories. I haven't really been doing that anyway, but what's really cool is that they have now declared war against someone that is much, much closer to us, and I'm going to be having a fun time with that. Anyway, I have, as you can no doubt see, a quest to do here, and there you go. Easy enough. We have 53 points in charm. Bear in mind that there has been a new update to the game as well, a very significant one in actual fact, and it changes a whole bunch of things, adds huge amounts of stuff. I can't even begin to touch upon it, but basically they've made a wide, swathing mass of different changes, and I very much appreciate their work, very much so. Anyway, you can see here that I'm actually attempting to do the borrowed troop quest. Don't even get me started on this thing, really. I have once again had some problems with this guy not leveling up, well, not one of them, but actually quite a few of them leveling up is taking a very long time indeed. But bear in mind that I have taken your advice into account because a couple of people were nice enough to give me some pointers in regards to how to level up those guys as quickly as possible. And basically, I've just not been upgrading any other units. I haven't been upgrading any other units so that they don't steal experience from the borrowed troops. And I had actually hoped that that would make a little bit of a difference, but apparently I'm still having some issues with it, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. But you can currently see here that we're gaining relation with people. You may be wondering, how am I gaining that relation? I'm pretty sure it's actually our party. You can see here, pretty sure it's Bidal. I'm pretty sure he's running around doing his thing and actually doing a pretty fantastic job. And I'm thinking that maybe what I'm going to do... Oh yeah, by the way, we're now clan tier 3. Literally just level that up just right now because I have been, as you can no doubt tell, just auto-resolving across the board, basically. Anyway, we could technically create a new party with Komar, and he might do okay. So I'm actually going to do that because I think it might be quite fun to see what he's actually capable of doing. And I'm going to just level up a couple of extra people here. Going to give him the nomads, give him the tribal warriors, give him some Crusade raiders because, let's face it, we don't want him having too many because I don't want to have to recruit those again myself. But it's probably going to be pretty good for him. I did get some war horses. Thank you to those of you in the comments that told me, actually, that you can get war horses from raiding villages. Well, kind of already knew that, but the thing is that I can't seem to find any villages nearby that are actually going to provide us with what we need. So that might be a bit of an issue. But anyway, let's just give him 10 Crusade Raiders. We do have quite a few of those after all. And these guys can level up into Crusade Khan's Guards. Just insane units right there. Insane units. So we're just going to give him that. Oh yeah, by the way, there is another baby here as well. Barnabas, I named him. I believe it is a male child. Yes, I believe it is. Now, also bear in mind, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that the developers have added a child growth meter. So it basically says when they have, I was going to say leveled up, but no, when they have aged up, basically. So we have Yara here. Yara is 2 years old, Barney is 1, and Barnabas is 1. It obviously does not say that on this screen, but I had a pop-up that actually told me that that was indeed the case. So that is, in my opinion, pretty cool. We're actually going to take a look at Byron in the encyclopedia here real fast. If I can click on the right one, really, come on now. Yes, please click on the right one this time. There we go. All right, so yeah, as you can see, it doesn't seem to say... Ah, there we go. It actually does say their age now. So as you can see, Yara is 2, and Barney is 1, and Barnabas is 2? Okay, that's kind of weird. I'm not entirely sure why that is, because Barnabas was born the most recent. Okay, well, that's a bit weird. Anyway, we are at war against the Sturgeons, as I was about to say. And I suppose what we're going to do... I'm going to head back to Fiznar real quick, because this is actually the place where I have been recruiting most of my units, because as you can see, you can actually get Crusade Noble's sons from here. and a wide variety of other very, very good units. And that's the reason why I was attempting to do this task for this guy, because he's the guy that actually enables us to, you know, get those wonderful, wonderful noble units. But he's kind of it's kind of frustrating to deal with these borrowed troops. So I probably will be unable to do anything in regards to actually completing the quest, but we'll see. Maybe I will be able to do it. Anyway, I've also been fighting, as I said before. We've obviously been doing a lot of auto resolves. Bear in mind that the developers have changed the experience gain of auto resolves so that it is now normalized, and it is basically the same as if you were to go in and do a manual battle. So the only advantage to doing an auto resolve nowadays is the fact that it is much quicker, and that it is, well, quicker. That's basically it. So yeah, that's also a thing to bear in mind. But otherwise, we are probably going to be doing battle with a couple of Sturgeons in this episode. Now, what I would like to do, I am actually going to... Oh, this Komai's already got 28 units. That's really nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark one of the villages over there, because someone had a really good idea, which is to mark... Ooh, this guy also has noble sons. Oh, this is pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, is to mark the various villages that have noble sons available to recruit, and then you always know where you can go to get those. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, and it's going to definitely help us in the... Oh, this guy is even better. Look at this. He's got the upgraded version. Woo, I like it. Very nice. Okay, so is there anything else here that I can buy from him? No, I can just buy some sheep and stuff like that. Oh yeah, also the developers have made a change to caravans. So caravans are now going to be attacked much more often by bandits and minor faction lords and so on. So before, in the previous patch, it was extremely safe, according to the developers, to invest in a caravan. Now, not so much. Now it is going to be a much more dangerous endeavor to take. And while there's 80 looters, Monchug's army is right here. Also, Sophia was apparently taken prisoner. I didn't even realize that that was indeed the case. That's pretty bad, isn't it? But yeah, so she was obviously taken prisoner very recently, and she's now just been released. So she has not been earning us any money, which is actually kind of surprising, because I'm still gaining a pretty decent amount of cash. Anyway, as you can see, I just did an auto-resolve battle, and these guys didn't kill anything, because I guess it's literally just because I have so many really, really good units. And it's going to be very difficult for infantry to be able to do anything in this kind of situation. So I'm actually thinking, should I go in here? Should I go in and actually join their army? It might be fun. Let's do it. I'm... wait a minute. I'm a bit worried about this. Let's actually just take a look. How many do they have here? They have 19. Are you serious? So me joining here is basically a waste of time. So I guess I'll just let them do their thing. And they will be capturing it relatively soon. Are they? Let me actually just go in here and see. Yeah, they only have 6 units remaining left in the garrison. No point me going in there right now. But it would be really cool if we could... I don't even know whether I should... I definitely want to make my own faction, but it's going to be one of those... Why are they taking so long to... What? What is actually going on here? Why are they taking so long to take this from 2 people? I guess we're just going to send them in, and there you go. Okay, that was very strange. I'm not entirely sure why they decided to be so slow in taking that, or that's kind of weird. Anyway, the point is that I do want to create my own faction. That is the goal for this particular series. I'm just a little bit worried about the fact that maybe when the time comes for us to actually be able to do that, it might make things a bit uncomfortable for us. In other words, we might actually be attacked by a whole bunch of things, but I'm hopeful that that will not be the case, because I don't think there is such a thing as right to rule in Bannerlord. I don't think there is. I think it's more to do with relation and stuff like that influences whether you are going to be attacked, but obviously don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. Anyway, tile is now done. I would like to go into the smithy. I have a whole bunch. Oh yeah, I still haven't... Okay, my apologies. I still have not installed the stamina increasing mod, so that is unfortunate. But I did take this this new improvement, which is going to mean that we will be able to consume 3 hardwood for 2 charcoal. So that makes things a little bit easier for us, I suppose. Unfortunately, because I only have Yana with me, she is going to be the only one that can really help us with smelting. And as you can see, I have so many items to smelt. Absolute insanity right here. So we're just going to smelt as many as we can. And there you go. That's basically going to be it. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to look around and see if we can maybe find a... I mean, how many do I have? 12 wounded. Okay, yeah, I'm going to just wait here for some time, I suppose. We could do a quest for this guy, but he's only... his power level is only 99. There's Bedal. Very good, Bedal. You keep doing what you're doing. Thank you very much. He's actually doing quite a good thing for us because he has raised my relation with quite a few enemies. Oh, well, not enemies, but quite a few NPCs. Maybe some enemies, who knows? But yeah, what I'm primarily looking for here, I don't think we're going to find it, but what I'm primarily looking for is a village that deals in horses. But I'm highly doubtful that that will be available in Sturgeon territory. As we know, Sturgeons are not exactly known for their mounted units, so it's probably not going to happen. There are some villagers over there that we could attack, but they are just literally peasants, probably not really going to do that much for us. So I'm just instead going to go and attack these looters. I was hopeful that I might get more of them, but no such luck. So we're just going to continue taking prisoners. Those prisoners have increased my roguery skill by a pretty significant margin as well, so that's really, really nice. We might try to follow Monchug at the moment, because Monchug might give us the opportunity to enter a very large vassal-based battle, which I very much would love to do. I think that would be super fun. So now that we have leveled up our tactics skill once again, archers deliver 60% more damage in simulations in forests. Now bear in mind that this is a pretty crazy ability if you can actually get it to work. Now here's the thing. Are horse archers counted as archers in this particular trait? I don't know. That's the thing. I do not know about that. Anyway, I'm going to be increasing my leadership trait skill right here, or focus points, shall we say, because once I create my own faction, I would want to level up leadership as soon as possible. And that is obviously going to assist us by a great deal. Yes, and as you can see, I have failed to do the quest for this guy. I will not be taking this quest again, I don't think. I feel like the borrowed troops, I mean, I've only got how many? 3. I doubt he would have been happy with that. So we're just going to get rid of those guys now, and I will probably never do that quest again because it seems to always just be a huge problem for us. Gonna go in here manually because we only have 46 units actually right now, so it might make sense for me to head back to a nearby village and try and recruit some more people. Maybe even try and take a quest from this guy again. That might make sense, but yeah. I think they've actually done something with the ranged combat as well. I'm actually not sure about that, but yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, we're actually hitting some things. I am kind of surprised. We're actually hitting some things. Misses 10 times in a row. Yes, that generally is how it goes, isn't it? Okay, so maybe... there we go. That was a nice hit. Oh, nice. Okay, yes. More of that. More of that, please. Very good. Alright, so I'm going to get out my two-handed now. Maybe... Oh, never mind. Never mind, sir. Yes, these guys really know what's up, don't they? Yeah, they certainly do. Oh, well, oh, okay. Apparently my horse was capable of dealing enough damage to take that guy down. Charged for 4 blunt damage. Yes, 4 blunt damage. Oh, that's just insane, isn't it? An insane amount of damage. I know that there is actually a mod out there that increases the lethality of horses as well, which I gotta say, I feel like is pretty cool, especially if you're going to be playing as the Crusade, because, let's face it, you're most likely going to have units that are on horses, and if you're using the heavy lancers, then they're going to be pretty fun to play with. Bear in mind, however, that as far as I'm aware, I think there might be some problems with the heavy lancers stats. I have seen a variety of mods that have basically mentioned the fact that Crusade heavy lancers are not statted correctly. I could be wrong about that, but as far as I'm aware, that is how it is, and there is a mod to fix that. So it's out there, you know, it's out there. If you want to look for it, then it's perfectly fine to go for it. Anyway, I'm not going to be using any lancers for the most part, so it's probably not going to affect me that much. Getting killed by stones. Yeah, the stones seem to do a little bit less damage nowadays, which I think is actually pretty cool. Because, let's face it, stones are not really going to... Well, I mean, they are eventually going to kill you, I guess. But for the most part, it's nice to see that they're not really going to do that much damage at the moment. And if I could just, you know, just a little bit... There we go, there we go. And maybe we can do a little bit extra here. Oh, yes, I love the cutting through mod. It is so nice. It really is. And, oh yeah, and as far as I'm aware, they have changed the War Razor finally, because obviously we knew about that change quite ahead of time, and apparently they've changed it so now that the War Razor is no longer a polearm and is now a two-handed sword. So yeah, I guess it's just because Barney was so incredible with it that it just had to get nerfed, right? No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, we are going to be moving on, and I'm not entirely sure if we should do some raids against the Sturgeons. Because we do have a bit of a kind of like a raiding party, but I'm actually hoping that I might be able to find a party that is, well, shall we just say, suitable enough for us to raid it. Because as it stands right now, all I'm seeing are cows and flax and, well, more cows and some fish and things like that. So not entirely sure if I really want to do anything about that. I would like to participate in a siege. So I'm actually going to join this guy's army. I hope that they don't start stealing my food, because I actually have a lot of food right now, and I would not like to... I mean, I don't mind contributing at all if I'm a vassal, because I might very well get the castle, but as I am a mercenary, I don't think it would make much sense, in my opinion at least. But anyway... Oh, wow, this is actually kind of amazing. I did not realize that if you joined as an army, that your engineering skill would actually start increasing. That's pretty cool. Did not realize that at all, so that's nice. Anyway, I am at 100% HP. Let's go and help him. And, well, as you can see, it's an 878 strong army against 267. So this should be pretty easy, but unfortunately he has only built one siege ram. And that might very well make things a little tricky for us, just a little bit, considering I actually do not have any way of blocking arrows except bringing out my shield, and as you can see, that's it. I can... Wait a minute. How do I... Wait a minute. Does he have his bow in his hand? No, that's on his waist. Alright, that's not too bad. I was thinking to myself, don't hold your bow in one hand and your shield in the other. That would look silly, Byron. Yes, you don't really want to do that, do you? No, not at all. Anyway, where is the siege ram actually going to be? Because oh, there it is. Okay, there's the gate over there. Right. So I'm going to be a bit careful here. As far as I'm aware, there is no shield skill, to be precise, and it is more to do with your shield just generally being kind of durable. I think there might be a shield skill somewhere. Might be under Vigor or Vitality or whatever the HP-based statistic actually is. But anyway, we should be absolutely fine to try and prevent ourselves from taking too much damage here. And I'm going to just be very, very careful because, let's face it, I don't have a one-handed. I'm going to have to punch guys. Ah, yes. Ah, look at that. Oh, the punching animation is very, very cool looking. I actually wonder, do you think anyone's going to make an unarmed mod? I think that would be an unarmed mod. Someone's going to do it. Someone is going to do it. They're going to call it the ninja mod or something like that. That would be pretty fun. But, yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. You know, some berserker from Sturgia comes up to you with a massive two-handed axe, and you're like, yes, I've got fists. You know, I've got fists. Yeah, I mean, especially considering them. I mean, there might be... I mean, the mod might also incorporate some kind of dodge mechanic as well, because I know that they did that back in Blood and Steel. Blood and Steel is a fantastic warband mod that used to incorporate a dodge mechanic, and basically you could create a class known as a Barbarian. There was a number of different classes that you could create, and a Barbarian was one of them, you would start with maximum strength and maximum agility, which is 63 each. And you would basically have an insane amount of weapon speed and, well, just massive amounts of damage. And the lighter the armor that you used to wear in that mod, the quicker you'd move, obviously, that's a given, but the better your dodge rating would be. Yeah, and there also used to be a dodge skill as well, so if you managed to spec into it, so like an agility-based skill or something like that, then you would basically have like a dodge rating of, I don't even know, 50, 60%, maybe more than that. So you would very easily be able to survive for quite a lengthy period of time. But also bear in mind that you are extremely weak in many respects. So you're going to be taking a lot of damage if you do get hit. But of course, because you have so much strength and everything, your HP is a bit of a buffer to that. So instead of having really heavy armor, they instead made it so that you had a lot of HP pool, so that you'd be able to, you know, defend yourself quite nicely, as well as, of course, having the a little bit of absorption from the dodge. So the dodge would obviously prevent you from taking too much damage. Anyway, we're going to try and get in here if at all possible. I absolutely love the fact that they have made it much easier to get inside particular keeps and things. I think it is so much more fun because you're able to get in without any problems whatsoever. Oh, we're having some problems. We're having some problems with FPS right here. Not entirely sure why that is, to be honest. But yeah, that might be the new update because I wasn't having any problems whatsoever with sieges beforehand. So, yeah. It's smoothing out a little bit now. Oh, no, never mind. It seems to happen when I move around. So maybe I should just stand. No, it's still doing it. Okay. So this might be a bit of an issue going forward with sieges because it's literally jumping from 5 FPS to 20 FPS. I really don't know why that would be. Because as I said, the sieges were running not great, but they were running pretty well before the most recent update. And I really wanted to get in there and actually do some damage with my two-handed, because this is something I have wanted to do for quite some time, considering I have a two-handed. Oh, there we go. Ah, there we go. It stopped now. Not entirely sure what was going on there. Really don't know, but now it is smooth. Well, not smooth, you know, 60 FPS smooth, but it's about 30, 40. So I think that's pretty decent considering there are so many units on the battlefield. But I would not expect 5 to 20 at all. I feel like 5 to 20, I mean 5 obviously, but jumping from 5 to 20 is just, it's going to make it a bit unplayable, as you could no doubt tell. I hope you could tell, actually, because if you couldn't, then, well, then I'm just talking to myself about some crazy thing that I'm just imagining, potentially. But anyway, that is indeed a victory for us. It would have been much nicer for us to be able to use my bow as well. Oh, maybe I can actually use it. Oh, nice hit. Nice hit, Byron. Oh, very good. Look at that. He actually hit some people. I can't believe it. Yeah, I'm actually liking the bow combat quite a bit in Bannerlord. I may not be the best at it yet. I mean, I still have to practice quite a bit, but I feel like they've made it much more natural to use. Because before you would basically shoot and you'd basically be like, oh, okay, where did my arrow go? You know, you'd have a bit of a, maybe a bit of a hard time seeing where the arrow went. So it would be a bit difficult to change your trajectory of your shot. But nowadays, it seems like they've definitely done some work on that, and that has improved the ability to see the trajectory and make it a little bit easier to make adjustments. So that's definitely going to be something that I am very much appreciating. And as you can see, I can see exactly where that went. So now I can make adjustments. It might not mean that I can still hit, but there you go. It's a lot easier for me to hit now. And look at that. That is pretty cool. Oh, hello. Where are you going? Come back here. There we go. Shot in the back. What an honorable thing to do. Fantastic. Anyway, we now have a bow skill of 106. I believe there is actually a trait that we can now unlock for 100 bow skill. So that's going to be very nice as well. And there you go. We lost basically no one, I think. I mean, well, we lost no one, but the allies, of course, lost 67. And as you can no doubt tell, we're getting pretty much nothing for this, which probably makes it not very worth it for me individually to do this, which is kind of a shame, to be honest. I feel like it is kind of a shame. But anyway, I think we might be able to give Yana a new bow. No, she doesn't even want that new bow. All right. Well, that's not too bad then. And that has been taken. All right. So I'm actually unsure. Wow, look at that. They are going on an... Oh, hello. Okay, it seems like we are actually at war against multiple factions now. That's going to be interesting. That is going to be very interesting indeed. And look at that. Bedal is doing his own thing over there. It's actually kind of cool that you can create those parties from your companions, because these companions, they're going to go out, they're going to level up their skills, and then they're going to return to your party some point later, and you might very well be able to create a vassal out of them. And that's going to be very, very good. Anyway, so let's have a look here. All right, so my tactics skill is now 152, as you can no doubt see, and our infantryman will now deal 50% more damage to cavalry in simulations. I do not have infantry, so I will instead take cavalry, and they deal 50% more damage to archers in simulations. That is crazy. Crazy good. So, yeah, also elusive is going to be something that I very much desire. I think it is a fantastic ability to have. Retreat from battles by leaving 50% fewer troops behind sounds really good to me. And disorganized state duration by 50% as well. That is going to be really good. But unfortunately, this is my learning limit. My learning limit is 180 because I don't have any more points in cunning. So I am going to have to do something about that at some point. But anyway, +3 arrows per quiver, or can use any bow on horseback. As far as I'm aware, this particular trait is bugged at the moment. You can download a mod that will fix this, so it might very well be worth it for me to take the use any bow on horseback thing, because we might very well be able to have something amazing, like I don't know, a giant's longbow or something along those lines, Dark Souls reference. But anyway, we're going to have a look here. Enemy infantry start with -2. Wow, this is actually kind of amazing. I don't exactly know what we want to go for next. Enemy infantry start with -2 morale, or enemy archers start with -2 morale. I really don't know, but I'm wondering. Now here's my question. What's going on with this bow tree? This is not a bow skill, in my opinion. Enemy infantry or enemy archers starting with -2 morale. Personally, I don't think that's a bow skill. I think that's more of a tactics skill, or maybe something else, but that's kind of weird to me. I'm not entirely sure why that would be in the bow tree, because it doesn't make you better at using your bow at all. But anyway, an archer in your party with a lower bow skill gets bow XP while waiting. Ooh, now that's fun. Anyway, we're just going to use any bow on horseback, and I'll have to install the mod at a later point where I can actually use all bows. That would be quite fun if it actually, you know, ends up being the case that I can make it work. But anyway, we're going to go back to our little... Oh, wow. Akram is besieging this castle as well. So it was actually kind of cool that we got to see a town siege for once, though, which is pretty cool. But as I no doubt just said, I'm probably not going to be doing too many sieges as a mercenary, because I feel like it doesn't really provide us with that much benefit. I will do it for fun, because I think it's actually very fun to try these things out and to see exactly what's going on there. But for the most part, it's maybe not particularly necessary for us to do that. Anyway, we're just going to continue leveling these guys. I'm not going to take the hunters, even though the tier 3 archers do look pretty cool. I'm not going to be taking them generally just because I would like to have an entire army of horse archers as much as possible. Maybe later down the line when we have created our own faction or something like that, I might try to diversify somewhat, but I personally don't feel the real need to have any archers at this point. It doesn't seem to make much sense. So unfortunately, now this guy doesn't really like us. I did need 10 relation to be able to get to this point. And as you can see, he has other noble units, and you need 40 relation to be able to get all of them, which would be fantastic. But he doesn't seem to have that much in the way of tasks for us. Deliver the herd to Ortengard. Okay, I think I can probably do that pretty easily. And we are going to be heading on over through the various villages that actually have a large amount of horses as well, because that's generally what I've been doing too. I have found out that there are 4 villages within, I think there might be one more. But there are 4 villages at least that I found that enable me to get war horses and regular horses and things like that. And so I have basically just been doing as best I can in that regard to try and get as many as possible. Because I definitely need those to level up my my units. And I need to mark those as well, actually. Let me mark those too so that we know exactly which ones they are. So I don't need to actually search for them anymore. That would be quite good. And as you can see, Komar is leveling up his riding skill as well, which is really nice. And they've just got regular step horses. That's the only unfortunate thing. The other thing that I can do as well, by the way, is I can do a horse farm. Someone actually said that I can do a horse farm. But unfortunately, as it stands, I obviously do not have a village under my control or anything like that. So I will not be able to build a horse farm or anything like that just yet. But mark my words, I will try to do that as soon as possible. Let's just try and get these guys. I'm not going to get the footmen because they level up into spearmen, I suppose. And we'll just take the rest. There we go. Just going to try and expand my army as much as possible. How much is my mercenary contract right now? My mercenary contract is actually giving me 400, which is basically enabling me to have a profit at this point, because if I didn't have the mercenary wage, I would just be making plus 52, so that is not particularly good. But we are getting a lot of money from various other places, like selling my loot, of course, going to the tavern and ransoming and things like that. Aha, Chara the Black. Okay, she doesn't have the best stats in the world, so I probably won't be taking her at this point. But yeah, otherwise we do need to give this to someone. I don't know who I need to give it to, though. The Cooper guy. I was going to say the copper. He's not a policeman. No, he's not a policeman. Or at least I hope not. Unless we're dealing in illegal goods, and then in which case, you know, he's probably going to be not too pleased with us. Alright, there you go. 62 heads of sheep, and we've gained some charm, and look at our relation increase. Wow. Massive relation. I really wish that the other guy from Fiznar would actually give us that kind of quest, because I can only imagine how amazing it must be to have 40 relation in those villages. Oh, this guy might actually be kind of cool to do a quest for. Oh, to Ortengard? Wait a minute. Isn't that just right? That is the most hilarious task ever. Literally, being able to just take our herd straight over there. There's a Family Feud quest as well. Yeah, by the way, the developers have changed how the Family Feud quest works. So there might very well be something in it there for us. So we might decide to do something with that a little bit later down the line. Let me actually just have a look at their troops, see what... Look at that. Oh my. Okay, give me that. Give me that. Oh yes, you are all coming with me apart from the footman. So sorry, footman. You can just stay behind and have a drink or, you know, have some food or something like that. Anyway, we're going to go over to Ortengard here and, wow, do this quest. Yes, I'm absolutely loving this. This is going to be super fun. Leadfoot Tosui. Aha, she's a gang leader. We might have some issues here. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to lose relation with some other people here. Okay, yeah, there you go. 2 points in charm, and look at that. We have gained even more relation with him, and he's already giving us access to all of those insanely good noble units. I can only imagine what it's going to be like now, and it seems like we didn't lose any relation with anyone else either, which is actually amazing. Wow, can't believe it. Yeah, so this guy, he's obviously a powerful guy, 286 power, and the rest of them are sub 200, but they're still good. They're still good to do quests for. Yeah. Yeah, so I need 20 relation to be able to recruit every single one of these guys. So we're actually going to be marking this village as well. And there is one more step horse village over in this direction too. So we probably want to take a look at that as well. Deliver the herd. That's just a regular guy, 192. Yeah, well, we might get lucky. Because sometimes, and I know a bunch of people in the comments have actually said that sometimes you just get lucky. And sometimes those noble units are in the places that you don't expect them to be in. So it might very well make sense for me to continue just doing tasks just randomly for people. Like, for example, this. But I do need to go to Sironia. That might be a bit problematic. I think we might be at war against those people. Yes, we are, as you can quite clearly tell. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything here. That's going to be kind of harsh for us, I think. But, well, Caravan of Badur has been attacked at what is it? Akalat. Oh, wait a minute. We're actually really, really close by to that. Maybe I can go and help him. Ah, there he is. No, come on. Let's save him quickly. Yeah, there we go. Help him. Okay. Yeah, he only has 3 units remaining, so we definitely need to help him out. But look at this. This is exactly the reason why saving caravans and things like that is amazing. It really is, because it doesn't matter whether you save your own caravan or someone else's caravan. A whole bunch of people then really love you for it. And look at that. This guy has increased to now 33 relation with us. I don't know where that guy actually is, but he's in one of the towns nearby. Maybe it's in this one? Doesn't seem like it. But, you know, the point is that kind of relation boosting is so amazing. So anytime you can save a caravan or a village, definitely do it. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.